What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. I'm looking around, fam, because the lighting is just not hitting. We'll get through it anyway, though, because it's about context, not visual, right? We're looking at the context, right? So anyway, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you be in the loop. Fam, I'm going in on this one. So I'm sure a lot of the ladies know this guy, Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn is a self-proclaimed relationship expert. He was recently outed by some women who had alleged they had affairs with him. Well, it's no longer alleged because Derrick, he came clean. Well, at first he didn't. At first he denied everything. He categorically denied everything. And, I guess, the pressure got heavy and, he came clean. Now, he actually went he didn't go into detail, but he went deeper than I thought he would by coming clean. He admitted, he said, yes, I did have sexual relations with these women. Well, he didn't say it like that, but he did admit to not just flirting, not just casual conversations or whatever, but he said, yes, everything from that to sex. He did it with multiple women. And he made this confession with his wife sitting at his side. And she even spoke and said, hey, I had everybody telling me to leave him. He told me to leave him. And I left initially. And I did not come back until I saw a real shift in his behavior. I'm paraphrasing. And she said that she took it to God. And they just basically, long story short, she forgave the man. They decided to patch it up and start a whole new relationship. It was like, whatever we had, our marriage, what we had at first, is over. This is where we are now. So a lot of people got a problem with Derrick because Derrick has almost come off to a lot of guys as self-righteous, always telling women what kinds of dudes to watch for. Watch these dudes, watch this type of dude. He don't deserve you. Leave him. All of this type of stuff. And for a long time, dudes have been really hot at him. I remember when he got on Slim Thug for saying that Russell and Sierra's relationship wasn't real because Sierra had a relationship with Future, and that she couldn't possibly, that couldn't possibly be real. He thought it was financial. So, but dude came up to Slim for that. And, he got backed. A whole lot of people backed him up. Now you can, whatever side that you want to be on that argument, it's all purely speculative, right? Because we don't really know what goes on in them people's houses, and all we know what we see, and we don't see Sierra making statements about being a gold digger and stuff like that, like I've seen some people that I'm about to report on actually that has been doing lately. Sierra got her own money. So, whatever you might think of that. Anyway, I don't have a problem with women who want financial security. I don't have a problem with that. I think everybody wants financial security. And there's an old saying, I can do bad all by myself. So I'm not linking up with nobody to do bad. You did? I wouldn't advise that to anybody. Maybe when you're a teenager in your early 20s or whatever, and you're struggling together, fine. But after a certain age, man, you got to come on with it. So I'm not mad at anybody that's want financial security. But moving on, Derrick Jaxn, boy, man, they going in on him, and a lot of these women are feeling betrayed. They feel like they've been finessed, and but this is how I look at this, right, fam? While women were listening to him talk and all of the stuff that he was saying, a lot of the stuff that he was saying was true. But all of it was not useful. And this is what I mean. It's just like when you go to church. When the pastor's speaking, yeah, amen, amen, amen. Sometimes, you can listen to the pastor speaking and it go right over your head or whatever. And then he say something and he talking to you because you're going through that. You're going through the exact same thing. So you got to know that 100% of what anybody says is not right. But the problem is when you have dudes that's in that space where every single video they put out, everything they talk about all day, every day, how great a woman is, and how how it's the man's fault and she don't have to take no responsibility. That's problematic, fam, because that's not genuine, and that's not how life works. We all have to take responsibilities for our actions. There's nobody in no relationship who is 100% clear on when it go bad. There's nobody that's 100% in the clear when it goes bad. But Derrick seems to give women a pass. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all hear something different, let me know. But he seems to give women a pass a lot. And when you give somebody a pass who may have acted irresponsible, not saying all the women were irresponsible, but you got to know there's got to be at least a good percentage that were, right? So if a woman is anybody is acting irresponsible and you tell that person basically that it's somebody else's fault, then they don't have to clean their act up. They don't have to take responsibility. They don't have to do anything different because they think it's somebody else's fault. It's the guy's fault. It's the dude's fault. It's everybody's fault but theirs. And that's not how life works. Listen, fam, I love the hell. I mean, when I say I love women, but y'all don't understand my love for women. My admiration for women. I admire women. So I'm the dude that, if you come on my page, on my platform, anything trying to bash women, you got to get the hell on up out of here with that, because that is absolutely not tolerated on my platform. We got enough division already. I'm not about to add to it. I'm not allowing anybody to come on my platform and add to the division. We got enough of that shit. So I'm all about the unity. Like we cannot survive a gender war. We can survive a lot of wars, but we cannot survive a gender war. So with that said, I'm all about unity. I'm all about the harmony, but I'm also keep it a buck. So at times, as much as I love the women, at times I'm going to say some things that many women are going to disagree with. And that is just because from my perspective, the way I see things, I love you too much to lie to you. See, some dudes, they're going to say whatever you want to hear because they're trying to get to the paper. They're going to say anything you want to hear. And I don't know why some women just will support that. I don't understand why some women just want to hear dudes say anything. And they don't care if he lying to them. They just want to hear it. I don't understand why they do that. I would not want to listen to somebody who would and try to get some life advice from someone who would lie to me. It's like, what if you ask for somebody for some directions and they give you the wrong direction. Maybe they give you some of the right direction. Yeah, man. How do I get to Exxon gas station? Yeah, what you do, man? Just go straight down that street right there, make a right, and make another right, and then make a quick left, and then you'll be right there. But really, to get to the Exxon, I'm supposed to go down that street, number one, and then make a right, and then turn left. But he got to make a right, then a left. I'm never gonna get there because he's sending me on a wild goose chase. So that's the way I operate. I'm not gonna send you on a wild goose chase. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes when I tell you the truth, it's really not beneficial to me because you can use that truth against me, but I don't care. I'm okay with being held accountable. I'm okay with being checked. I'm okay with you making me raise the bar and making sure that I'm on my game too. That way we treat each other fairly. Everybody get a fair shake. Everybody get a fair chance. Everybody is held accountable, right? And that's what it should be about. So what I'm watching here is people basically eviscerating dude and almost like, oh, I can't believe this. Come on, fam, y'all gotta believe it. He's just a man. He's just a man, a human being. Hell, even if he was a woman and he did something like that, you can't lose your mind and say, oh, you can't believe in the whole world is over. And you can't give up either. You can't that's why you're not supposed to put your trust in men. So, because when men fail you or women fail you, then, you just, oh, hell, what the hell? And then you just give up. So I look at this situation like, I'm not surprised that dude cheated. Not saying that I thought he was a cheat or I thought he would do something like that. I don't spend my time thinking about who gonna cheat and who ain't gonna cheat. That's too much time I don't do all that kind of speculating and stuff. But what I do see is a man who violated his vows to his woman, who was giving information to other women and directions to other women, instructions to other women to avoid the very man that he is. Or at least he was at that moment in time when he was cheating, right? Now, having said that, he's still a man. He's a human being. He's going to make mistakes like the rest of us. Now, I understand he's supposed to be held to a high standard. I got that. He's supposed to be held to a high standard, and he is. And that's why people coming after him so hard. Because he is held to a high standard, because he is in that space where he is giving people relationship advice. So he is being held to a high standard. My thing is that I understand that as bad as it is, cheating is one of the most egregious things that you can do in a relationship. But I've seen many people bounce back from that type of thing. I've seen people bounce back from it. So when I look at people, when relationships get dissolved, I look at like reasons for why did the relationship get dissolved, right? The woman, his wife, said that people were trying to tell her to leave him. And I just wonder how fast would they have left their guy? How fast would they have left their husband? You see? Because it's easy for us from the outside saying, yeah, leave him, man. Look at him, he ain't nothing, da. But let's go back. Let's rewind and think about the time when we cheated. I guarantee you, I bet you, well, I ain't gonna guarantee you, but I bet you at least 99% of every single person within the sound of my voice, if you're over 25 years old, you've cheated before. I bet you $1 to a donut. Did you deserve forgiveness? And look, I'm not even riding for dude. I'm riding for righteousness. You know, we all sin and fall short of the glory of God. So that dude, I can understand if it continues and they keep on going and going and going, he keep on making the same mistakes. But the woman said, I accept you back. That's that. In my opinion, now, to those women who feel like they was finessed and they just can't listen to dude no more, I understand. I get you. But as far as just like making it a campaign to get them, yeah, I say, take your whop, man, take your licks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You jumped out there, you represented something, that perhaps at times you were, but at that moment when you was cheating, you was not that dude. So you represent that. So you got to take your licks like anybody else. You got to take the licks. And it's fair that the women who feel like they've been finessed, or the men who feel like that he been finessing, it's fair that they like hit him all across his head. All across his head. He's supposed to take them licks. But then after that, all right, baby, let's keep on moving. Because at the end of the day, ain't none of us got to lay in the bed with dude. None of us have to worry about, whether he budgeting the money right or not in the family. We ain't got to smell his breath. We ain't got to be in the house with him and share space with him. We ain't got to do none of that. That woman do, and that woman stood by his side and said, I accept you back. That woman said, I forgive you. So, and I'm saying that I'm using Derrick as an example. I'm using him as an example. He represents millions of people who have been through the same thing. Millions. At least on the surface, at least the dude said, okay, you got me. I do believe he can't have to come clean because them women was going to go in. They're going to keep on. He knew there was more probably going to come out. And, in today's age, man, it's hard to fake them relationships. It's hard to have sex with somebody and have a full relationship with somebody, or even just a little fling or whatever, and it not be a record of it. It's very hard to do that. So I think he realized pretty fast that this thing is going to blow, and I better get in front of it before it get out of control, too much more out of control. So that's what he did. So I look at it like the man, at least he was man enough to admit that he was wrong. He was man enough to admit that he's wrong and go ahead and come clean and not keep on lying to everybody, not keep lying to himself, not keep on lying to his wife, not keep on lying to all of us like some of these politicians be doing. We know the truth, and they steadily lying. Y'all remember the demander and thief, Don the Con? We know he lying. He steadily just be lying and lying and lying, just lying, trying to make us feel like it's something wrong with us. So at the minimum, dude went on, he came clean. Okay, you got me. I admit it. You got me. I was wrong. And we're going to close that chapter of our marriage. And we're going to start over. It's me and this woman. We've decided that we are going to reset. We're going to hit the reset button, and we're going to try this thing again. And you got to keep in mind, fam, the one that's been hurt the most by this is that wife. She's the one that's been hurt the most. Now, can you imagine how much ass kissing he gonna have to do to get back in her good graces, all the way back in her good graces? And I ain't saying that it may not ever happen all the way again. That it's gonna take a long time. So he got some work to do. He got a lot of work to do. He got more work to do than some of these dudes that he's warned women about. He got some work to do. So he will be punished. I think when two people love each other, sometimes you can fall out of love and sometimes you fall back in love. Sometimes you just make stupid mistakes, and sometimes you figure out a way to hold it together. And you sometimes you hold it together long enough where the bond gets strong. It's like glue. You know, like when you put glue on something, when you first put glue on something, you can easily separate, you can easily separate it. The two ends can easily be separated. But the longer it stays on, the more it sticks, right? And that's how I look at relationships. So if it's not like some physical abuse going on, like even emotional abuse, like prolonged, like if it's not something like, I actually root for people to be in love. I actually root for love. Like I'm like, okay, they in love. Okay, that's what they doing. They love each other. Ain't nobody getting hurt. Ain't nobody getting beat up. And all that kind of, hey, y'all work it out, man. If you like it, I love it. So that's the way I look at that, fam. And I know that's an unpopular position for some of y'all. I know some of y'all just like, oh, hell no, that's what it is. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all got to agree. I'm cool with that. I'm just telling you from the way I see it, I root for love. And love don't always look like we want it to look. And it don't always work out perfectly. Sometimes you got to make adjustments. Sometimes, you got to, things get shook up. And then you got to wait till it settled down. And then you got to come back and have that meeting and have that heart to heart, have that conversation. It's a good chance that things between them may not ever be right again. There's a chance that maybe it might work out. I think we all can agree that being in a relationship is tough, period. It's really tough. And to have your significant other publicly humiliate you by cheating, that's very hard. And for people to see your reaction publicly and judge you and point at you and call you names and like you did something wrong, that's tough. So I know it's a lot, but in my mind, fam, I just look at it like we got a couple, we got a man. Let me just start with that right there. We got a man that made a major mistake, and I guarantee you that that he going through it right now. So as unpopular as my position is, I'm pulling for the dude. I wish the dude well. Like I said, I know it's a lot of cats out there that, laughing at him and glad that this is going on. And I know it's a lot of women that's really, really mad about this, and want to strangle him. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I think, man, in this situation, uh, now if there's a pattern, that's different. You know, I'm talking about a pattern after they patch it up. Once you patch it up, okay. And then there's a pattern, then, you know, hey, you know, whatever. Going to the comments. Who was that? Tina P. What's up, Tina P? Charlene C. What up? Random say she should make him take his channel down and get a regular job. Why would she do that? You know? See, and the thing is this, fam, like, he messed up. Like if like let's say somebody who worked at, I don't know, Apple. Let's say you're a tech at Apple and you you're the person that was married and you're telling everybody, you know, you're giving everybody advice on the job about marriage. Then you get busted married. You know, you get busted, you know, cheating. Do you quit your Apple job because you got busted cheating and you was giving everybody on the job advice? Do you quit your job as a tech for Apple? Do you give up your 6 figures? You know, just a question. Yeah, I heard Tasha K broke the story. Yeah, Tasha K, man, Tasha K, a beast with that information, man. Boy, she Tasha K is damn near Tasha K is like a damn investigator. And she have reliable sources. She don't just be out there just saying anything. Like if she get at you, she gonna probably have some information. Kathy Duma says, but this isn't the first or second time cheating. How many times? Now, this is what I mean by cheating. Okay, let's say he was a serial cheater. Not that he cheated one time, 2 times, 3 times. It doesn't matter how many times he cheated. If she takes him back, then she's saying, I forgive you, it's over. Let's start a new chapter. So it shouldn't matter how many times, one is enough. Whether he cheated 1 time or 100 times, she took him back. The trust is broken. So she took him back. So the way I look at it, it don't matter how many times it was. One could look at that a little differently, though, if it was a woman. But that's a double standard, fam. We live in a double standard society, and that's just the way things gonna be. I don't care what you say about it. We live in a double standard society, man. And you know, that's another thing that's important, fam. We got to stop acting like we don't live in a double standard society, and we got to call it what it is. We got to be honest with each other. I say, man, if this happens, you have, yeah, I know it's bad, it's hard, but it's fair. You know, it ain't right, but that's just the way things are. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for dude to bounce back from this because, you know, the fact is, like he was saying, this wasn't just one chick, right? You know, it was multiple chicks. So that indicates a problem. You know, that indicates somebody that needs some therapy or something. You know, like you can't just go. It's got to be what's going to happen different. Like what and it can't be on the woman. It's not on the wife to act different. It's not up to her to fix it. It's up to him. Whatever he did, whatever caused him to act the way that he acted, that's what he has to work on. He has to work on himself. It has nothing to do. I don't care if she wasn't putting out. I don't care if she was doing this or that. We're putting out a serious thing. But it's not the whole weight. Putting out is not the whole weight. So at the end of the day, fam, when you take a vow to be in a relationship, when you take that vow, when you make that commitment, hey, first of all, date as many people as you want to. But when you commit, commit. And that's coming from a person who didn't always commit. But that's where I am now. I don't even want to be in a relationship if I can't commit. I don't even want to be in it. It's too much trouble. And you mess around and get publicly humiliated. So I don't even want to go there. I don't want to be in no type of relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship where I got to sneak around. Too much trouble, too much anxiety, make my nerves bad. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. Just find, if I'm going to be with somebody, I'm going to be with the one who completely satisfies me. I don't want nothing lacking. If I have to have just the 90% and go look for the 10, I don't want the 90. I just get 90% without a commitment and the other 10% without a commitment. But I'm not going to commit to nobody without giving the whole 100. I'm not doing it. It's too much trouble. Joe Coop. MJ, happy birthday, little guy. Peace up. Free my grandma. What's up, free my grandma? I ain't seen you in a few lives. Loyalty over love. Sean Lunatic. Surefire. Miss Motown. What's up? What's up, Miss Motown? Loretta Banks says she is used to turning a blind eye. I hope she stopped allowing him access to her bed. Hey, fam. Now we're going to be in a relationship. We're going to be in a relationship. What we going to be? We in or out? Don't be talking about we in and, you know, you denying access to the bed. Come on, fam. That ain't back in. That's the thing, fam. We're going to forgive. Let's forgive. Let's forgive all the way. Either forgive or don't. You ain't got to forget. But either you're forgiving or you're not. And that ain't forgiveness, denying access to the bedroom. That is not forgiveness. I don't believe in this doghouse stuff. Put them in the doghouse, all that. Doghouse is for dogs. I'm a human being. I'm a man. Yeah, I don't believe in all that stuff, fam. Like if you want to deny you ain't attracted no more, well, let's go ahead and get this divorce. Let's keep it simple. I'm not going through all of that, and we're not gonna go through all of that. Because guess what? If you deny me that bedroom, guess what? Oh, I'm going somewhere else. Believe that. But I know me. See, once a woman like cut that off and just say, hey, that's it. Why ain't we start trying to play games like that? We're gonna go ahead on and dissolve that. I'm not gonna even frustrate myself like that. I wouldn't even frustrate myself like that. I just cut it down. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm not going through that. That actually leads to other problems. You see? I'm not going through that. Here's a good point. Yvette, what is this? Oliveri. They say the ones that say throw him out will be waiting by the garage to pick him up. Real talk. Real talk. Just Landea says no, but you stop giving advice. So basically, I think that comment was in reference to when we talked about somebody was saying that she needs to shut down his YouTube channel. Basically, so he can't. And I said, well, if you worked at Apple, and you was a tech at Apple and you was giving advice at Apple, if you get caught cheating, do you lose your job? I mean, do you quit your job? And she said, no, but you stop giving advice. I think you're right to an extent. That could be a cooling off period. For him, it's going to have to be some kind of cooling off period. You can't get caught cheating on your wife publicly, and got a big major YouTube channel. And then your very next, right after you confess to cheating, the very next video is how to know when he's cheating, or something like, ladies, be honest with yourself. Pick an honest man. You're gonna need a cooling off period there. So I'll split the difference with you. I agree. I agree with that piece. But I don't think he should stop giving advice totally. I don't think that. I think that a lot of the advice that he gives is good advice. I think a lot of it is good. Personally, in this day and time, it's actually good to hear men salute women. It's good. I mean, so maybe some women need a little extra push or whatever, for their self-esteem or whatever. I just don't want to hear men bashing women. So, compared to some of these other dudes on YouTube or whatever, shit, he's a breath of fresh air. So, yeah, I'd rather if I got to listen to it, I'd rather listen to him than some of these other cats, because you talking about bashing women. The key is to try to find a middle ground, right? The key is to just try to find that middle ground, where you have men who respect women and, who offer sage advice. And that means that, even sometimes when that information that he shares might sting a little, you still give it to him, because The goal is to help, not further hinder. It's to help guide along, you know? It's not to placate, you know? It's not the pander. Yeah, 1018 says this dude used his compassion for women to, what do you say? As bait to attract them. He's a lame. But don't all dudes use their compassion for women to attract them? Well, at least most dudes. I mean, I would say, you know, I think having compassion for women is attractive, right? You don't want to not have compassion for women, right? If you like women, right? Uh, yeah, I think that I think he just abused his position, you know? Deacon 69, what's up? Show love to Deacon 69 family, newest member to the WillieDLive channel. Give him a big welcome. Deacon in the building. Show love, fam. Kathy Doomer say, where was their compassion for his wife? Huh? Uh-oh. Kathy ain't trying to hear none of that. Sister Christian in the building. Yeah, what's up, Miss Sean? Yeah, dude will recover from this. I mean, he'll recover. He's a smart dude. I mean, let me tell you something, fam, that I know for a fact. Most men can recover from anything, can overcome anything when they got their woman, when their woman got their back. But a lot of times when the walls cave in on you, when the walls close in on you, and the woman bounce too, if she dip, then that's what drive a lot of dudes off the edge, you know, because now they realize how valuable that chick was, you know, how much of a support mechanism she was. And when he lose that, that right there could drive a whole lot of dudes straight off into the ditch. Sabrina Newman, what's up? What's up, ringside? LCD. Lake Charles in the building. Uh-huh. I got you. Ringside with LCD. Jubilee. What's up, Jubilee? Nadia, Denise, Justin Rocket. All right, fam. I got to go over to the Certified TV channel. If you're following me on Certified TV, I'll be on there in about 5 minutes. We're about to talk about this NBA YoungBoy thing. NBA YoungBoy got locked up, so we're about to talk about that on the Certified TV channel. If you want to follow, fam, you want to check out the live, you need to follow anyway. Subscribe. You can click on the button right underneath this video. There's a link to the channel, Certified TV. That's my backup channel. I got to have a backup channel because YouTube, they be going in on me a lot of times on this main channel. So I got the backup channel just in case. You dig what I'm saying? So go ahead and click that button right now and join Certified TV, become a subscriber, and you'll get the full report coming up in about 4 minutes. All right, fam, until next time, no more